Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. We're tackling some more rust fighting on this MPI. So you just seen me then. In the last episode we trimmed this down oversized, but we trimmed it down. We got rid of what we didn't need because originally had all of this. We don't need any of that. This car's, surprisingly, it's got some solid bits. So this is all fine. We're not worrying about any of this. I've just bolted this up. This is a trick I learned from doing a few others. Did it on the 89 twice. Done it again on this. This is absolutely rock solid, this panel. So I've used 2 old bolts, hold it in where the door handle goes, and then literally on the inside I've marked down this panel what I want to cut. Now I'm going to rough cut that. I'm going to leave myself a bit extra again, because the worst thing you want is to have a big massive place to gap your welds and stuff like that. So I don't want to do that. What I'm going to do now is I'll whip this off and I'll show you where I've put the markings, get the disc cutter out, and then we'll get rid of what we don't need. Then we'll offer it up. Like I mentioned before in the other episode, this is an issue here, so this is too big. It doesn't need to be down here in the sill, it should stop here on the original panel, so I can cut all this away as well. Yeah, we can get on. This lines up perfectly fine with here, which is where the A panel goes, and we've got the same sort of factory gap again, so good there. Let's get cutting. Right guys, so I've managed to get the panel to fit basically, so this is what we're left with. So we're pretty much ready to rock and roll on that. Obviously I'm going to paint all the inside of this to match that, treat anything. What we're also going to have to do is probably drill some holes in this mating face here so we can plug weld to this. So that's not a big issue. I think on the part of the 89, that's the one. See, I'm forgetting how many cars now. So I'll probably put like 3 plugs in there and maybe 1 or 2 there. It doesn't have to be mad because it's going to get fully sort of welded down here. And then once your A panels and stuff in, it all ties itself together, but you want it fixed to this panel. So this is your strongest point. So this is all in primer. I'm just going to wait for that to dry. And then I'm going to put a top coating of some black. So yes, we're not going to go Hawaiian blue inside. You know, that is just purely me being a bit anal with cars. Just something in there, we'll coat it. So we've got some proper zinc primer in there which will protect the metal. Then we're going to coat that with some black, and then we're going to seal all this whole area in with that panel. That's the plan guys. So I'll bring you guys back once we're ready for some paint. So while I'm waiting for this to dry, I don't want to sit and actually watch paint dry, so I'll sort out the holes and stuff on this to get this ready to go, and then let's get it on, let's get it welded, take this job off. What I might do off camera is just sort this little hole out up here, and then this sort of area of the car, bar the piece on this side that needs to be repaired, it's sort of ready. I'm not worried about that yet. I don't need to worry about that until I start doing the front, but I really need to get this done so I can get the scuttle done. The scuttle's the biggest job that needs to be sorted now, so yeah. Right guys, so all that paint's dried now, so it's all protected now in that cavity. I'm really happy with that. I'm going to now repeat the process with the repair panel. I'll do that off camera, you guys don't need to see that, it's the same process basically. But if you remember right back at the beginning in the last episode, I left all this in Cure Rust. I've repeated that a few times until I'm happy. What's left there is good metal now, so we can now enclose that whole enclosure of the car. So you will probably notice there's a bit of rust, that's actually the seal. So I'm not too worried about any of that yet, because we're going to take, you know, that all needs to be replaced anyway, so not too bothered by that. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the panel painted, popped in place, get the welder out, and without further ado, let's just crack on. Hello Clubman. Right, I think we're ready to rock and roll, as they say. So I've used some intergrips. So these are quite, you probably saw me break one there over tightening it. But these are quite good little things to get. So what I'll do is I'll get one out, show you guys. If you're tackling any restorations at home, I don't use them that often. Just tend to just put like panel in or something like that, or I just tack it and move it and tack it. They're a bit fiddly, I find, to use, but they're very good. So basically, it's very simple. So basically, you can make these yourself at home. Actually, a lot of people do. I bought this kit off eBay like £8 many years ago. So you saw me just break one there. So not the best quality. So basically, it's a screw, or a wing nut, piece of box section with a slit in it. It's got a flat piece of steel, and you slot this bit of bar in behind the panel, and that area there pushes on the panel. This locks it in. So now I've got a flat edge, nice even flat edge to weld to. And as you're obviously welding along, you take them out. So you see people with like 40 of these along the panel, and it would have taken longer to do all that than it would to have just welded it up. But I appreciate that you've got to do the best you can to get the panels right. But for this size application, we've got 2 big bolts holding it in place anyway, so that's what you could drive the car down the road like that, it's solid. But these are just keeping me at bay where I need to be. So bottom bit under here I've left sort of folded out because we're going to wrap that around the floor when we do that. So I'm not too bothered by that. I'll get a hammer and tap that down and we'll start welding. Let's get going. One side fully done. I've not gone mad grinding anything back yet. Got the whole of this wing to prep and sort, because we have all this to sort here yet, and the little hole up there to deal with. So I just got the scuttle back on top for now. Yeah, welding wise we're getting there. Nothing on this car is simple, and it's starting to do my nut, I'm going to be honest. The pillar there is rotten. Bottom's rotten, but obviously that gets addressed with a seal and a doorstep. It's just everywhere. These later minis, they're just, yeah, I won't say too much. Don't want to offend some viewers, but I'm not a fan. They start welding to paper mache. Like my welder's on the lowest setting. You can see how warped and rippled that is all the way up. It didn't happen on the 89. The repair on the budget Goblin didn't happen like that, and the previous ones I've done, it's never been that bad. So, but we're getting there. Let's just have a quick look at the other side. So we still have all this hole down here to deal with. Sorry, that light's not very good. So we've got the hole there, and then we're just going to do the same sliver down there. This inner wing's a bit better condition as well, which isn't too bad. There's a bit of silver lining, I guess, but yeah. There's a panel in, I guess. Sorted. That is me done for today. I've had a couple of hours free basically, and it's a panel in, and at the end of the day it's done. You probably saw me with the welder there and grinder and stuff like that, just trying to tidy stuff up. But I'll be honest, like I've just mentioned in that previous slide then, they aren't very well built, these minis. Like, the panels are the same, but the new repair panel, which is a Magnum panel, remember, is thicker than the steel on the car. So please bear that in mind when you're buying a later Mini. These cars fetch serious money really when they're restored, and I get it if you're into that. I really do get it, but for me, I just don't feel it. I like the Clubman and things like that. I like the older cars. They just feel a bit better made, and you can weld to it really well and stuff like that. And you've done the best you can cleaning stuff up, and it's just having one of them days, I think. So got the other side to do next. So what I'll do off camera is I'll sort the rest of this inner wing out, because you don't need to see me clean back an inner wing and grind stuff back, it's just boring. And then we'll crack on with the other side. So catch you next one, guys. Please check out our website for some stickers, and yeah, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you've had the same experience with MPI minis. You know, they are different, and having done so many cars now, I'm noticing all these differences with cars. So, but we'll get that done, then we'll get the scuttle done. Stay safe.